What's up, bro?
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. What a weekend to be sitting in the nosebleeds, my brother.
I was just getting ready to say, man, did you see them old bullshit ass games, man? It was, don't get me wrong, it was some good football, but it was some horrible football out there too, man. This wild card weekend was something crazy.
You know what? To me, it was a predictable weekend. The winners were winners and the losers were losers. And what I mean by that is the teams that typically go out there and lay an egg and lose it went out there, laid that damn egg, and lost it.
Okay, so what do you say about the teams that almost lost it? Because the Bengals shouldn't have won yesterday. That was
Uh,
some
uh,
dumbass shit Huntley did at the
we
at
we
the
could
damn
definitely start with
2 yard
that game. Yeah, we could
line. Okay,
definitely start with that game because you know what, the Bengals, the AFC
they should
North
have
was so
lost.
tight. Well, the AFC North was so tight. I mean, almost three teams should have made the playoffs. The Steelers, though they finished 9-8, they didn't make it. Miami slid in instead of them. But to start off with an AFC North clash, is the third time those teams have played this year. Um, it's always exciting and physical football, and the Ravens played the Ravens football. But I tell you what, Harbaugh, who's usually a good coach, to me, bro, he blew the game. And
How?
and and people can talk. I'll tell you how. People can
Yeah,
talk
I'm not.
about the Huntley fumble on the two. I'm sure we'll get to that. But when J.K. Dobbins, they had
He stopped giving them the
10,
ball,
they had 10 touches within the 10-yard line, and he didn't run the ball not once.
trying to
Not
trick you and shit
once.
instead of running straight up the throat. Yeah, you right.
Man, and for supposedly a physical running team, for your lead running back to not touch the ball
Right.
um, inside the 7, inside the 5, sometimes these coaches overthink shit, man. And to me, Harbaugh lost the game.
I can see where you coming from with that one, but I'm just gonna be honest with you. My first thought after Huntley did that shit was like, how is this motherfucker in the goddamn NFL thinking with that jumping from the 2 yard line? These grown men. He wasn't on that 1 inch line. He was too. Come on, man. You put the ball out there like that, it's getting took it. That hurt my feelings, man, because I was happy. I'm thinking we get ready to go up 24-17. First off, let me say I'm just not a Bengals fan. I like the Ravens. I always have. So I'm just saying that
I,
touched me, man. And
I'm
then
not. I'm not a fan of the Ratbirds or the Bungles
I know that's
because
because you're a Steelers fan.
I'm a still
Get
I'm a
out of here,
still a
man.
fan, but
But we
but
still got to talk about this game in particular.
yeah, yeah,
You know
no,
that was a bad play, man. Let's just quit bullshit. That was a
I
bad play.
mean, in football, you're not supposed to extend the ball and dive unless it's fourth down, because if you turn it over, the other team will get it,
Right.
or it's a game winning situation, right? So yeah, Huntley, it
I'm
was a
not even
mistake.
blaming the game on him. The Ravens played some good football. They did
Yeah,
enough to beat the Bengals, but they
yes, they
helped the
did.
Bengals beat them. That's
And
all I'm
and,
saying about that
and
play.
to me, Snoop Huntley is a starter in the NFL. I don't
Huh?
know what's going to happen in
No, bro. He
Baltimore.
can't throw that ball like he not his accuracy is a little off. He
Oh man,
decent.
I thought he threw some beautiful passes.
He threw some, but did you see the ones he didn't that was missing behind folks and about to get people head taken off?
Yeah, but it ain't no worse than some of the bad quarterbacks
That's
in
true.
the
That's true. Don't get me
NFL.
wrong.
Like,
He can start. He definitely can start on the team. I'm not knocking dude. I just
yeah,
I was upset, man, because when he jumped, because he had some people behind him pushing him, and he jumped in the air, and I'm like, bro, what is you
yeah.
doing? But
Harbaugh said he wanted him to go low. That's another thing I didn't like about Harbaugh. And at the end of the game, his end of the game comments were, I don't know what he was thinking. He's supposed to go low on that play. Man, you don't throw your players under the bus like that
man, he threw
in
himself
public.
under the bus with that bullshit.
Yeah,
Come on, I don't know what he was thinking. Come two, like I said, one, you got to know game of inches. It's football. You got to know you 2 fucking yards away. You can't even stretch that goddamn long. Don't get your hands toe off out there. But
I mean, it was a great play by the linebacker to dislodge the ball. He was literally, hey, it wasn't. He almost had it. He's about 2 inches away from
no,
that
that
thing to even
motherfucker,
score.
he might as well just ran the play and handed it off to him. Like go that way, because
It
he
should
got
have been a
almost had it.
handoff anyway at the 2-yard line. You calling a quarterback sneak from the 2-yard line?
That's what I'm saying.
Come
And like
on,
you said,
G.
it should have went to Dobbins. I agree with
Yeah, I
all that.
mean, it was a bad play call, and Huntley did the best he could with a bad play call. who expects, I can't think of his Hubbard to run 98 yards. NFL man, Walter
Yeah, but
Payton man of the year. He's from
you took all your fast guys off the field to run this bullshit ass play.
yeah. And
So
then Hubbard is from Ohio. He went to Ohio State. He's from Cincinnati. That's just a great story
but you
for
know
him
what?
to
I
save the day.
that, like you said, great story. It ended up it's cool because I want to see this next matchup that we didn't see week 18, the Bills against the Bengals. Because just switching over to the other game, Miami should have beat the Bills.
Man.
That third string quarterback was throwing some dimes, man. And all them jokers on this team was dropping passes all first half. He was throwing some strikes.
Yeah. Well, just to flashback real quick. Cincinnati's on a 9-game win streak, and you're gonna have to just beat them. You're not gonna be able to just, think they're gonna lay an egg and lose the game.
They helped them beat them.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Baltimore beat them. It was fourth quarter drive, 10 minutes left, and he did that. Like he said, I don't know what he was thinking. If nothing else, give us 3 points. But you jump, come on, man, don't do that, man. This football, man. This playoff football at that. This ain't even like preseason bullshit. Come on, man. That's just, I ain't seen him play that damn dumb since back in the day with Tony Romo now.
Oh, Leon Lett.
when he came around and tried to dive and they fumbled the shit. That was just like, whoa, bro. This serious football right now. We're trying to do something. You playing?
No, man. I don't think it's that egregious of a mistake. I just think it shouldn't have been that play call. And I don't think Hundley's to blame. He kept
that was a horrible play call. I agree with that.
Even to the last play, that he threw a fucking perfect Hail Mary. The guy got the damn ball in his arm.
Him dropped it.
Man, come on, man.
Yeah, that was it.
I think Hundley played really well. But
I'm not knocking Hundley. I just said that one decision, man, it just threw me off. And I agree with you. He played really good, and I think he could start on another team. He actually might start there because I think they're getting ready to let Lamar Jackson walk on out of town.
Man, if they do that, the stupidest people. That's why I'm glad Lamar Jackson didn't play. Hopefully Lamar Jackson takes care of his health, and I would love to see his ass leave the AFC North.
I'm saying you want to see his ass in the Pittsburgh Steelers uniform or something.
Hey, I would love it.
I know you would. But no, you see Miami should have beat the Bills though.
Skylar Thompson played well. For your third string quarterback to come in and to battle it out like that. He made some rookie mistakes, but you know what? The skilled players for Miami did not help him. How many fucking drop balls?
Man, he was throwing strikes though. These was nice looking strikes too. This wasn't that he was barely getting them there. He was fitting it in between motherfuckers and they just dropping shit. I was like, oh
man, they dropped so many fucking passes on that kid. Man. I don't know the exact number, but I stopped counting at 5.
Yeah, it was irritating.
Yeah, and to see him trying to make plays and not, and again, Tyreek Hill is Tyreek Hill. I think Waddle only had 2 catches. The skill players did not bring the skill, even though they still should have beat the Bills. You know why? Because that Miami defense came to play.
I was just getting ready to say, because Josh Allen, that was probably one of the worst games I've ever seen dude play. He be balling. He was stinking up the joint yesterday, and I the defense, like you said. And
2 interceptions and then the fumble for the touchdown for Miami to take the lead.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, maybe it was I don't know what it was, but
I think they did. I think they underestimated the third string quarterback, Miami, because in that when they was throwing it all over the field that first quarter, it started looking easy, looked like practice. But then when shit tightened up, they couldn't get up out of that practice mode because them little field goals kept catching them up. Next thing you know, Buffalo was in a fight, and they was like, damn, these motherfuckers came to play. And I really believe they should have won that game. But like you said, if your skill position players is dropping passes and they didn't come to play, I know it was hard cold out there, but damn, don't do them like that. It's a third string quarterback, and to me, don't get me wrong, Tua been balling, but with some reps, that dude gonna be nice, man. I promise you, he was throwing strikes.
Yeah, he was, and again, can Tua stay healthy? That's been, he's had a plethora of injuries throughout his career and
this college.
Yeah, and so, can he stay healthy? They say he's a great leader. They played well with them. They was really explosive with them. But I don't think that the receivers and running backs believed in the quarterback that they had, and so they didn't think that he was going to make the plays that he made because it seemed like they were shocked sometimes that the
that
damn
the
ball
ball
got to him.
it was hitting him in the hands. You're right.
Yeah,
I was shocked because he was letting that mug go, and I was
yeah,
like, "Whoa!" But like you said, I think they was not prepared for their third string quarterback to come the ball
right,
because they
right.
could have won that game. I believe that.
Right. But I definitely shout out to their defense, man. They made the game fun. The interceptions, the touchdown. Man, I love a defensive game. I love a defensive team. And I didn't take Miami's defense to be that strong, but they came and punched fucking uh, Josh Allen in the mouth. And uh, Bills fans should be extremely they should be a sigh of relief, right? That they got out of that game
You're right. With a
uh,
win. With a win.
with a
With a win.
win.
'Cause they should have lost that game. And it's funny when you just said fun. When you said fun, made the game fun. Um, Seattle. Seattle made that Seattle San Francisco game fun to me. And I wish it wasn't raining because I think that would have been a much better game. But I definitely appreciate Geno Smith in Seattle at least putting San Francisco on their heels for a half. I know it didn't
Man,
do good in the second half, but that first half they made them think like if it wasn't raining, I think it would have been a much better game. Not saying they would have won because I think San Francisco is a better team, but they
man,
didn't fold to them. So
no,
I
they didn't. But man, what about DK Metcalf? Oh my goodness, man. It seems like he hasn't played in a lot of playoff games, but it seems like every playoff game that he plays in, he just produces 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards. I mean, I think it was 7 for 9, 7 catches on 9 targets. I mean, the kid is just
he a baller.
is
Just
awesome.
tell him what it is. He a baller. But
Yeah,
I
but
think they're a piece or two away. They need somebody on the other side of DJ Metcalf.
yeah,
Somebody else that makes not just a wide receiver. They need somebody over there who can pull that double team away from Metcalf sometimes.
I don't think too many people are going to beat the Niners. The Niners are freaking stacked.
Yeah.
Not only is their defense solid, but when you start thinking about they got McCaffrey and they got Debo. Did you see the catch and run Debo made?
Yeah.
And then Ayuk blocking down the field. Like the Niners just do so many things well, and they to me they've done more. Whoever their GM is, man, you got to give them some props. You got two
What you mean whoever
quarterbacks
the GM
down.
is? John Lynch, bro.
John Lynch is the GM.
The Niners? Come on, man. Come
Yeah.
on. John Lynch.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. What
But
you
that
mean?
makes
Put
sense,
ballers
man.
on the field.
It makes sense, man. For Lance to go down, then Garoppolo go down, and then you got this kid. Nobody knows. His own parents didn't know his dad was on the team. Did you hear the story that his parents bought
No, I didn't know
tickets
that. You talking
before?
about Brock Purdy?
Yeah, they bought tickets before the season started to see the Tampa Bay game because they wanted to see Tom Brady.
Right.
But God made it so that their son Purdy is starting that game. He not only goes out there and starts, but he goes out there and beats Tom Brady. Henceforth, the legend of Brock Purdy begins.
What about Minnesota and the Giants? Because I
Man,
know you got something to say about them busters.
bro, this is what when we started off the show, man, when I was talking about winners being winners and losers being losers. Like, Minnesota has probably the best running back in the league. They got the best wide receiver in the league. You know what I'm saying? And they can't seem
No. I'm glad you said that. Best running, they got. I ain't gonna say he the best, but close to the best running back, best wide receiver, and they got this old rinky-dink ass quarterback. Man, y'all don't get somebody up in there, man, to manage this team. This ball.
man, I hate to jump to the end of the game, but the most,
4th and 8, and you throw a 3-yard pass.
yeah.
Come on, man. That's what I said, man. He's been average his whole fucking life. Michigan State, Washington, all the way to Minnesota. He give you a little, we can do something, but in big moments, he just,
It's definitely an indictment of Kirk Cousins. Like, when you talk to Minnesota fans, I asked the Minnesota fans, I said, this is about 3 weeks ago, man, y'all playing really well. "Oh, we'll lose in the first round of the playoff."
Yeah.
And I said, "Man, you sure, man? Look at man." He said, "We just ain't got it." And he was right. I mean, watching that game, first off, the Giants defense came to play. They went a too high, and they don't usually run two safeties high. They ran two safeties high. They didn't let Jefferson get behind him. He had 8 catches, but only 47 yards. I mean, they really contained Jefferson in a way that I haven't seen done all year.
They had him on lock. But you know what? On the opposite side, Daniel Jones was balling. I wasn't expecting that from him. He was running it and taking hits and jumping up, talking shit. I was like, look at this dude.
Daniel Jones.
Playoff ball.
Gee, he's a star, folks. He's a star.
I mean,
300 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Say that one more time. Hold on.
Daniel Jones is a star.
When did that happen?
This year. Hey, this is his third year. You got to give us.
Like, I ain't ready to say that. He probably like a step above Kirk Cousins. He ain't no star, G. Don't do me like that. You just gonna say anything on there.
I am ready to say it. 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, 78 rushing yards. He had the most rushes in NFL playoff history, number of rushes in that game.
Because he wanted to win. So we're gonna see what he do next week. Let's see what he do next week before we just make him a star. Like, damn.
Man,
bro.
Hey, he's playing in New York, which is probably has the toughest media to play for. The way he went out there, put it all on the line, and then he's been playing well all year. I think the only person that believed was Saquon Barkley. I remember watching Saquon Barkley talk preseason. He said that the Giants were going to surprise some people. And I said, shit.
Look, I'm still thinking that they won a playoff game. And I'm like,
man,
they look like, you know what? And this is probably the same thing. Remember, I said this some shows back about the Dallas Mavericks. Man, I'm tired of seeing them uniforms, man. Upgrade. Give me something to cheer about. Shit. That shit look like the same old Giants from 20 years ago.
Yeah, man. But I mean, it's something that they stuck with. I want to give a shout out to Isaiah Hodgins, though. This dude was on the Bengals practice squad 3 weeks ago. Comes in, catches 8 balls, 2 touchdowns. Hey, I mean, he came to play.
For the Giants?
Yes.
You know, so that go back to why I see why you're trying to say Daniel Jones will stop. The fact that he even looked over that way with him coming out, because you know some quarterbacks be like, "Oh, you practice squad, I ain't throwing you the ball."
Man, right.
Yeah, exactly. So
he made the right plays all night. Now, I gotta give a great big fuck you to the officials. Like sometimes, man, some of these games, man, like, you know, people talk about the NFL and the authenticity of the game, but the referees give us reason to talk about it. That false start that they called on Minnesota in that game was shaky at best. And that, I mean, it's 4th and 1.
Yeah, but they made that up at the end of the game when they called that bullshit ass roughing the passer.
Yeah.
Come on, I'm just saying, man, that was some bullshit. That was the weak ass call there.
Yeah. Yeah, but that false start, man, to put them on 4th and 6 was just, you know what I'm saying? I mean, them dudes didn't even move. I mean, he might have flinched his kneecap. You know what I'm saying?
They can call every play of the game if they want.
Man, something they can call every play, man. Right. Every play. It was disappointing to me for them to make that call. And then Kirk Cousins still felt like it was 4th and 1, so he threw a 3-yard pass.
I'm just saying though. I'm just saying they probably knew dude was gonna do some dumb shit. Cause I'm looking at it like, and then at the end of the game, he gonna say, "Oh, Jefferson was double teamed. I knew I couldn't throw it there, so I just figured if I go here, it's 4th and 8 for your playoff life. Throw the motherfucker to Jefferson and see what he gonna do.
See what he gonna do.
If he can get a flag or something.
Anything.
Come on, man.
You got to throw the ball. They got
to cut ties with that dude. He been there 5 years now.
If they cut ties with him, who they gonna get?
Make that trade you was talking about with San Francisco. Give me Trey Lance or somebody. Go young, because all the rest of the people in their division going young.
Yeah. Say, give me somebody. Give me Trey Lance. Give me Jimmy G.
So we can at least start looking in a different direction. Like you said, they got a squad. They just need somebody different at the helm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say about Minnesota, man. Can they get a quarterback? all I can tell you, man. I watched a lot of Steelers games and I watched a lot of Texas games, man. I saw a whole lot of bad quarterback play, and so I just don't think you could easily go and find a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I
And
think
I
it's something you
agree with
gotta.
you on that. But at the same token, when your team is made to compete and you're competing, but you get right there and you keep falling off, you have to change something. You can't.
Yeah,
Definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. They
right.
doing the same thing. They get there, they play, they be balling all season. Get there, they out. Get there, they out. So all I'm saying is, like you said, bad quarterback play. Let's just go with everybody else picking these youngsters. The league is changing right before our eyes.
Yeah.
So might as well get you a youngster, work with him, and maybe they could do some shit like your Steelers did with Ben Roethlisberger. We got a team. We don't need you to throw the ball 100 times. We need you to throw the ball about 20 times and hand the ball off to Dalvin Cook.
Hey, Ben Roethlisberger first Super
Just saying,
Bowl was definitely
it
that.
works. It works is all I'm
Yeah.
saying. So
We had a stat at one point, and only being a Steelers fan, would you know this? If he threw the ball more than 18 times, we lost. It was the truth. I'm talking about for maybe 2, 3, 4, 5
So all
years.
I'm saying is that go a formula right there.
Yeah,
You
we
got
had
to
a
get away
formula.
from Kirk Cousins because I
Yeah.
don't want to hear no more about he good, he decent. But at the best, he's good. Okay, there's been a lot of good quarterbacks come through the league. He's not helping that team do nothing special. So move on.
No, he's not. But look at the Indianapolis Colts. You know, sign Matt Ryan, who comes in, stinks it up. They fired the
They
quarterback
going off
because
these names though that they think they was good back in the day when they was in high school and college. But this is the NFL, man. Ain't nobody. You only get 2-3 years of that bullshit. We got to move on.
Yeah.
But look, so just going on the next, with the next team. What you think? Do you think that's coach? I think it's coach. I don't know. But that
Jacksonville Chargers.
yeah, man. Ain't no way in hell they should have lost. 27-0.
Man,
4
first off,
interceptions and this dude come back and win.
you got to give Doug Peterson credit as a coach. You know, you go in the locker room, you down 27-0, and you're able to not only keep your guys focused on what the task is at hand, but to get them to go out there and execute at a high level. And
You looking at it from the other side, man. That other side, I got that side. That side over there choked.
the Chargers are losers, bro.
No, I mean they lose, but that's choking, bro.
They're traditional. Man, look, I like the young quarterback Herbert,
Herbert,
but
nice.
man, he need to leave. Maybe he need to go to
Why
Minnesota.
he gotta go?
Because they're
Because of
losers.
the organization.
The Chargers will never win. Some organizations, you were talking about the Clippers the other day on our last show. The Chargers, same thing. The Chargers are just fucking losers. Minnesota, just fucking losers. They're gonna find a way to lose it. They cannot get over the hump. I mean, I don't know how the fuck do you blow that lead. First off, how do you have a lead like that and don't run the ball?
I was just getting ready to say the same thing. 27-0. This football. This ain't motherfucking Madden. This football, like NFL. Start running the ball, running some clock. That's why I liked it. What the Ravens was doing, they was keeping Joe Burrow and them off the field. Oh no, you ain't gonna do that shit to us. We
they shortened the game. They shortened the game. And I'm gonna tell you, this lack of diversity in coaching in the NFL is costing a lot of teams.
Yeah.
And when you don't give guys looks because of whatever reason, and then you get this type of coaching in playoff situations, I saw 2 or 3 coaches that need to be flat out fired. I mean, it was just bad fucking coaching, man. It's you know, you got to do a better job of that. No way you should allow your team to blow a 27-point lead when you have a top 10 running back
in the playoffs.
Offensive line.
In the playoffs. Why are we still throwing the ball all around? Come on, man. You supposed to be getting 5 minutes at least. Even if you go 3 and out, you should be running off 3-4 minutes of motherfucking clock.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Gee, when I was preparing for our show today, first thing I wrote down about this game was same old Chargers.
Damn.
It's the same old Chargers, bro.
That's deep right there.
It is, man.
They go back to why I say change uniforms. They look different to me. They got different uniforms. I'm thinking they get ready to do Herbert out there looking nice. You get a 27-point lead. I don't give a fuck who you is. Start running the ball. Get the clock over.
Hold on, bro.
What's
Let's
going on?
go back. Let's go back to. I'm not saying he need to be fired just because of this game. Let's go back to the last game of the season when you have nothing to play for and you got Mike Williams on the field. He's carried you all
You
year.
got him
Why
early.
aren't you benching your starters? And then he gets a fucking back injury and puts him out for the rest of the fucking playoffs. Just shitty coaching
Ooh, you're right.
throughout the
You're right.
season. It's
Right.
not it wasn't a culmination of just that game. Mike Williams has had a fantastic, he carried my damn fantasy football team, especially early on before his first injury. And then you got him out there still playing. You're supposed to be preserving these guys. It's
Okay.
it's just it was bad. I mean, the Chargers are just bad. They stink.
So we ain't
And
gonna even spend that much time on them. Okay, so
no,
looking
man.
forward to next week to the divisional round. We got
We still got one more game, G.
who? What game?
We at least got to get some predictions in.
That's
What
what
do
I'm
you
talking
think
about.
about?
That's what I'm talking about. Moving forward.
What do you
Okay,
think
go
about
for it.
Tampa and the Cowboys?
Oh, see, yeah, you're right. I forgot about that one.
Monday
Hey,
night
come on, man.
game.
Hey, you know what?
Monday night playoff
All
game.
right, so when I go back to your statement, you always talk about the losers. Cowboys, man. Hey, look, I want them to do something because I think this is a nice team. I like CeeDee Lamb. I like Dak Prescott. I like the boy Diggs on defense. I like the rusher. What's his name? The edge rusher who be getting all the sacks.
Michael Parsons.
Michael Parsons, man. But this is something about the Cowboys, man. They just
I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Losers.
It's life's karma, right?
Okay.
You know, fuck Jerry Jones. You know, you try to stop kids from going to school in the motherfucking 60s, and now you this big guy. You said Colin Kaepernick should be banned from the league. He hasn't produced enough.
I mean,
he hasn't
get
produced
new ownership.
enough.
They might do some winning.
Listen, Jerry Jones. He built Jerry's World, the beautiful stadium. Man, like I don't let that team go, but he ain't.
No, hell no. They make
I just don't see them winning anything. I think Tom Brady's going to beat them for the second time.
Tampa winning tonight.
I got Tom Brady beating them for the second time this year.
Damn, bro. I want to say that, but Tom Brady been looking bad to me this season too. He looked like he just ain't there. I think that whole divorce and all that shit might have threw him off his game, and it ain't just on him too, because some of that team looks sorry as shit too.
Mike Evans, some of the
Mike Evans and Godwin still balling. Fournette ain't doing what he normally do.
Mike Evans has had some really bad drops this season, like in key situations.
Have you seen some of them balls that Tom Brady throwing to him too? Them motherfuckers lighting the motherfucker, looking like strawberry shortcake out there.
This is what I'm saying to you. Maybe he's not expecting the pass to get there.
I'm just saying because
when he gets there,
he's
had some bad drops. But I expect Julio Jones to have a great game today. I expect Tampa to go in.
That's who haven't done nothing that I would love to see produce. But I'm hoping for a good game. Just period. I don't care who wins because I like I said, I like the boys own the Cowboys, but they the Cowboys, and I never can root for the Cowboys. But Tampa, I want to root for Tampa, but they ain't showed me nothing. So, but I'm expecting a good game because I'm expecting both teams really want to advance. So
yeah, I like Dak Prescott. We'll see, bro. Think about this, if the Cowboys do win, the NFC East, who was trash last year, has 3 fucking teams in the Final Four of their conference. Wow, that would be amazing.
That'd be crazy. That'd be real crazy. All right, okay, so let's look forward then. What we got? We got Kansas City and Jacksonville. What you? I got Kansas City all day without even.
Man, first off, man, Trevor Lawrence is not going to be able to throw 4 interceptions against Kansas City and win a game. That's just it. And Kansas City is not going to go out there and lose it. And speaking of bad coaches, Andy Reid is one of the best coaches. I thought you were my man. No.
Okay,
Andy Reid is one of the best coaches, and I definitely Doug Peterson have his guys ready, but Andy Reid is going to capitalize on every weakness, every mistake. And I think Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce move on to the championship round.
I got conference round. Okay, so what we thinking? Bills and Bengals.
Man, like you said, G, this is the game we all wanted to see, right? A couple weeks ago.
I want to see.
Shout out to Kenny Hamlin. Hopefully he's okay. We'll continue to get better. But man, the way the Bills just played, you know what I'm saying? How Josh Allen stunk it up. Is that any indication of how he's going to play next week? I don't know. I expect
Dude.
the NFC, the AFC North Bengals to go ahead and knock off the Bills for a rematch of that epic game that we saw last year, between Mahomes and Burrow.
Okay, so is it I'm think ain't it the Giants and Eagles?
Giants and Eagles.
Ooh, divisional matchup. That go a good one. That go a
Yeah,
good one. I'm just
a
saying.
divisional matchup.
So
What do
who
you
you
think
got?
about that game?
Oh man, all day I got the Eagles because don't get me wrong. You just said Daniel Jones a star, but I don't see it. And don't get me wrong. Give me 2 games in a row like that, and I know it's gonna be a divisional matchup, so it's gonna be strong. But I'm Jalen Hurts all the way this year. I'm hoping they can only do something with Jalen Hurts because I want him to prove everybody wrong as far as them they thought he was a bust. And the Eagles is just stacked from top to bottom.
Yeah.
I the Giants is okay, but I also think the Eagles is so much better that they go treat them like they're the little brother. I'm just
And
how I
look, though I feel the New York Giants just get those goofy ass quarterbacks like Eli Manning, right? You don't think nobody thought
you
Eli
Daniel
Manning.
Jones,
Yeah, Daniel Jones. This is they think they get these goofy ass motherfuckers who just
but they produce
then they go out there and produce in the playoffs. And
right.
so I'm expecting Daniel Jones to go out there and play well, but man, I can't go against my
Right.
mid-season pick. I've been saying Jalen Hurts was the best player in the NFL all year, this year,
Right.
and that the Eagles would win it this year. So I'm gonna stick to that. But I would not be surprised if Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones found a way
See
to
it, bro.
squeak it out
I don't see it, bro.
in Philadelphia.
I don't see it. I see they gonna lose by about 10 plus. They already.
The one thing for sure is if Philly loses, those sorry ass, stinking ass Philly fans
Man, you
are
gonna
gonna
stay off my Philly fans, man. I love this
man,
shit out there, man. They
man, Philly
nosebleed
fans are the
fans, man.
worst, man.
Them nosebleed fans that's got some front row seats, man.
Man, them fair weather fans in Philly, the
All
fair
right,
weather
so
fans in Philly
we
are
go look
gonna
at it both
dog them
ways
out.
on both ways. San Francisco against Dallas or San Francisco against Tampa. Who you got both ways? Just so
I
you know.
got I got I got the Niners smashing either one. I
Me
mean,
too.
I just don't see the Niners losing at this point. I mean, I just go back to
Ooh,
the McCaffrey trade was
okay.
I think it
Put
put
them
them over the top.
over.
And
Okay.
if Zach Purdy can just play error-free football, the one thing the kid has realized is he doesn't have to go out and win games. All he has to do is go out and not make mistakes. And I think he's only thrown 2 interceptions since he's been starting,
Okay, and
maybe
I
3.
agree with everything you saying, but I don't see no smashing. Is all I'm saying. I feel like if Dallas will give San Francisco a better matchup because Parsons and that line go be on his ass. So
G, look it up. I think they just played, right? Did they just play a
they ain't
couple
playing
weeks
no
back?
playoffs.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
well,
I'm just
hey,
saying you ain't put that they ain't put that blitz on him, make him feel him a few times and see if he go throw them same passes and get it out of his hands like that. I'm just saying
the
I
yards.
still think San Francisco will win, but I'm thinking the game will be a lot different just because I think Dallas.
I agree. Maybe I overspoke a little bit. I think Tampa will get smashed.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe Dallas will give them a
That
run
was
for their
Tampa who
money.
played San Francisco. I don't think Dallas played them lately.
Hmm.
I'll look it up. I
Yeah.
got you right quick. Let me tell you
Well,
something.
why you looking that up? I'm gonna tell you, man. And the reason why I say that is, man, the yards after catch, the Yak brothers, Ayuk, Debo, you know, McCaffrey, and then I ain't even talked about Kittles. Like
Okay.
they are so stacked offensively, and then turn around their defense has pretty much carried them this year. Even when when Jimmy G wasn't playing so well, the defense they fast, they rally to the ball, they don't give up big plays. I mean, it's
Right.
gonna be hard to knock off the San Francisco 49ers.
They didn't play the last 5 games was the Bucks, Seahawks, Commanders, Raiders, and the Cardinals.
Okay.
They didn't even play Dallas this year.
Okay. I don't know why I thought I saw that game, but well, hey, it'll be an exciting game to watch. I tell you that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's gonna tell us what San Francisco really is.
Yeah, because I mean
so
the defense of Dallas is just, they're tough, they're fast, they're young. I just feel like, and again, not saying Tampa is better in any way, but if it's a close game, you know that Tom Brady's going to win it, and
that's gonna be their fault for letting the game be close.